Muffin Top Sunday Baked Edition, baby. How y'all doing? Put the casserole in the oven, set the timer, fucking walk out, forget about it. Bing, Muffin Top's done. We here. That's the chat. How we doing, everybody? All right, nobody. That's great. Y'all are crazy people. That was all impromptu. That was for you, and nobody was there to enjoy it. It's great. So I thought that OLED light fit on the 43X. If you haven't seen Pat's little video, it did not on Pat's. Pat's is broken. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. Anywho, yep. How y'all doing? How's anybody doing? First one in the chat, 10-Man Metal. What up here? Great and Grace is here. The cat alarm is here. Lawfully Armed is here, but muted. How y'all doing? It's Sunday, everybody. And, well, it's come to my attention that apparently we're going to have to go over the Golden Five. Muffin Top's Golden Five, y'all. And then we're probably going to have to reiterate the stages chat of preparedness because we've had some new people since that chat. That was probably a little bit before 500. So we're creaking. We're trying to get to that 1,000 mark. Y'all know. So we'll see how that goes. Austin, what's up? Thanks for being here, everybody. 10-Man Middle, first one in. Austin's a neighbor, or Grit and Grace is a neighbor. Oh, that's good. Well, let's start this show. I think maybe the Muffin Game is a running. What up? Yesterday's pomade. Dom BDG. Nice. This is your evening chat with the Muffster, coming at you live and sensual from the great state of Nebraska, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the country. How y'all doing? It don't get more central than this. Central. I'm running out of shit to talk about. You guys are fucking me up right now. Okay. But anyway, we're going to go through the Golden Five firearms. I'm going to flip through my notebook here and go back to this chat because I take notes on stuff because I'm cool like that. Let me see if this is even the right notebook. I don't know. I'm failing. The Muffster. Yeah, that's Sophia B's name for me. She enjoys it. I don't think this is the right notebook. Shit. Well, we already know it. I know it. The Golden Five firearms. Drop it in the chat if you have yours. What up, Twin? How you doing, brother? Muffin Top's Golden Five. This is the arsenal, the tool belt that every prepper, homesteader, country boy, prepared citizen needs and or will probably ever need. These hit all the check boxes for all the functionality on a farm, on the homestead, on your back porch, on your shit hits the fan, because you can deck out an entire family with this toolbox and be effective enough to hold your own. So, what up, George Washington? So this is how it's going to go. The Golden Five, and then I'm going to tell you my Golden Five. The Golden Five go as follows. Your EDC, the pistol that you will have on you every single day because that is your modern day cloak and dagger. Your cloak is whatever you're wearing and your dagger is your EDC. Thank you for coming in extremely loud, lawfully.
Sorry.
Timo Man Don, you got a link, my dude. Slideshow Bob, you also have a link, my dude. I think. Whoops, maybe. Oopsies. How could I forget Slideshow Bob? Biggest stickers. There you go. Whoops. But yeah, I thought that Olight fit on. I was talking about earlier that 43X. I thought that fit, but Pat has shown me it does not, which is depressing. But anyway, so the pistol that you have on you every day, whatever your EDC tends to be, that seems to be a touchy subject for the prepping community and the firearm carrying community in general. You can range from revolver to semi-auto to, I guess, if you wanted to run a single 7, I mean, you're cool. Not for me, but and then we get into caliber debate and all that good stuff, and that's what everybody likes to complain and fight about. But for me, it's Glock in my waistband, 9mm, because you get a lot of 9mm and a lot of Glocks. So that's what I run. I run a weapons duty light.
43X has the baby rail.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do a 43X. But all of my pistols will, I can still carry, and they will all at minimum have night sights and a weapon mounted light. And I know with the light, the sights don't really matter, but if it's a different scenario, your light dies, it's backups, right? So that's how it goes for me. If we want to run it through the panel on there and see what you guys like for your first of the Golden 5, your EDC.
G19 every day.
Don't get conked. You run light? Do you
Joe
run
Rogan
laser?
podcast every day. Oh, I run 2 lasers.
Do you really?
Two lasers. No, lasers are for people with nods and retards.
People not confident with their abilities and no ability to train. Older folk.
Well,
I'm okay with
everyone
laser
that ever
at
bought
the
a
house.
laser thought it would make him a better shooter, and it doesn't make you a better shooter.
That's true.
It might solve aiming, but it won't make you a better shooter, because probably the reason you bought a laser was you couldn't hit what you wanted to, and it wasn't a vision. It wasn't a sight alignment issue. It was a grip, trigger press, follow through issue. So it's not going to make you a better shooter. You just put a cat toy on your pistol and you still flinch when you pull the trigger.
I can agree with that. Slideshow Bob, what up, my dude?
How you doing? My concealed carry is the 365 XL.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hey, it's not the 320, all right? It doesn't go bang.
No, that's cool. That's a good gun.
It doesn't peek at your pecker.
Appendix? Well, yeah, I guess while we're going to do this, how do you carry?
Hip.
Hip? Yep, same. Lawfully?
Inside or outside? Strong side.
Yep. I'm working on the appendix rig. R did get, spoiler alert, we got a shield arms mag and mag release here on the 43, and I'm going to swap that stuff around for R, and I'm going to take it to the range and pew 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 it for a minute. Let's see how it goes. So let's see how that works out. But you guys don't know about that yet because you haven't seen the video, because it's not on the channel yet. Sneak peek. Yep. At the moment, my 40 conversions, which apparently, was that you, Lawfully? I was at the tail end of a chat. Somebody was saying that Glock's obsoleting a bunch of models, and like they're not making 40s anymore and shit.
Yeah, they're discontinuing a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god!
Yeah, like
all the 40s, all the 357 SIGs, all the 45 gap, a bunch of the Gen 3 guns. Yeah, the 49, which surprises me because that was fairly new.
Yeah, that was 17, or that was 19 grip with 17 slide, right? Or other way around. Was 49? Where's that? They got the long.
The 45 is the 17 with the 19, so flip it is the 49.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the 49 is the full size slide compact grip.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Well, see, it's a Tailo model, and I think that Tailow's not done enough to market it to get it out there, and that's why it's not taken off. I blame people not knowing that it exists
Well, if you already
more
have
than
the
anything.
if you already have the 19, you can just buy the 47.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And that
but I
just
mean, you could
you can
do
run the long. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever you want. But,
That's depressing.
but who's buying Glock brand Glocks and then mixing and matching serial numbers? Like, I don't have OCD, like clinical OCD, but that would irk the shit out of me to buy two $600 plus pews and then mix them up that way.
What do you mean mix? I'm lost here. What are you talking about? You're talking about like
Slide,
the frames?
yeah, yeah, the frame and the slide, because Glock serializes the frame, the slide, and the barrel. I don't want to swap around OEM shit that way.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah, I just said it was an option.
I know it
Fair
is.
enough. Yeah, it's an option. I know Red Dawn's about swapping that stuff around. Um, Twin. Nah, I don't need either run the Glock 45 or the SIG 32 SIG 320 custom. Ah, twin, come on. George Washington says G45 here, 10 man, rocking the 43 MOS. Dot or no dot? MOS, so dot. Yeah, okay, good. Um, hmm. Old man, Rip, what up, brother? BB, what up? t.m.t. I took that Israel Galil to the range and shot it. Awesome. Headshots at 100 yards all day long with crap ammo. Dude, nice. Hell yeah. That's cool, Rip. Galil's cool. A little heavy. Does that run its own mags, or is that the one that runs just regular AR mags? Is that a thing? Or am I retarded? I don't know a lot about Galil's. Randy Butter, wow, a whole bunch of things just popped in here. We got Randy Butternubs with G17s, Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, Smith & Wesson 66 Combat Mag. Ooh, nice. AR-15, and a monster. Oh, you're cheating. You're doing all five. You're doing all five. You're cheating. You're cheating, Randy. Down VDG 365 X Micro Comp. Oh, there you go. All right. But yeah, your first of your Golden Five is your pistol, right? The one that you're going to have on you all the time. And I think that the guys that are deleting the pistol from their Minuteman run and gun kit are wrong, because what happens if you have to drop that kit? You can still go back to EDCing, right?
No, just like Call of Duty said, it's easier to switch to your sidearm than reload.
Yep. Call of Duty taught me that. Um, yeah. Pistol, 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 pistol. And I think with that, if you go through my stages, I think you should probably have at least 6 mags minimum. I think 10 probably be ideal, because I like to leave one in each door of my vehicles, whether it's passenger or driver's side. So I have a spare there. I like to carry 1 to 2 on me depending on where I'm at for reloads. And so I've been getting lazy because like jacket weather, so it's so easy just to slip a mag in your front pocket of your jacket, and nobody knows it's there. I just throw my Slishman and an extra mag in my pocket with my horizontal carry, and I got 3 mags with me, 1 in the gun. No one's the wiser.
Right.
Um, and I'm happy with that. When it gets warmer, that one that's chilling in my jacket's just going to go into the driver's side door. So, um, but yeah, rotate your mags, and I think probably at least 3 or 4 of them should be loaded with hollow points. The rest you could rotate out for range or whatever, or various. But I think 10 mags and a pistol and a good holster, however you decide to carry, what works best for you, or maybe 2 holsters, one for duty slash battle belt esque, and one for EDC, whether you CCW or outside the waistband carry. That's a preference and a comfort thing, and it's up to you. But I think you need to have your 2 holsters. You need to have your 10 mags, and I'd say probably 150 rounds of hollow points and 500 rounds standard of just some full metal jacket. I think would be a good baseline for everybody to have just for their pistol. I think it's very obtainable. What do you guys think?
I would agree.
Yeah, at least
Anything
10
you
pistol mags.
nice. Lawfully is trying to add you again. Are you trying to
I know
hop on your computer?
I'm trying to
Okay.
switch. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I didn't know if my thing was freaking out.
No.
Cool. Rip Curl. Rip, you got a link, buddy. If you would like. That's what you get for not paying attention. No, you good, Randy Butternuts. That's funny. Um, so yeah, do you guys want to go long boy or you guys want to go short boy next?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Even sexier. Holy crap. Did you turn it to 11, baby?
Just had to twist your nips, turn the frequency.
Damn. Dang, you should have just started with that one, son. ACR Protect. What up, brother? We're doing the Golden Five chat. It's been referenced in some chats, and I have found that there's a newer group of people that don't know what I'm referencing. So here we are. The Golden Five, reiteration, the 5 firearms you need in every prepping homestead homeowner's tool belt, in my opinion. With these 5 firearms, you can knock any peg into a square hole. You can have the right tool for every job possible. And if this was the only 5 that you could obtain for your entire life, you would be set. So the first one is your EDC, your pistol, the one that you can have on you every day, your modern day dagger. The Bible tells you have a cloak. If you have no dagger, sell your cloak to get one, right? So that's your dagger. So you can participate and tell us what your EDC is in the chat if you feel so inclined. MRH, Phil R. We got some new names in here. TJH 1994. How y'all doing? Lawfully, are you gonna do? Did you see ACR's last video?
Yes.
We got
I
called
mean,
out.
I saw the title and we discussed it on Tin Man's while I was switching out that faucet. I'll have to
No,
go
no,
back and watch ACR's video to
no. You
understand the
must have been
full.
in Tin Man's after I got. I was in the beginning of Tin Man's. Nice. Tin Man told me to email him. Shit, I didn't email.
I was
Tin
in there
Man.
when you got in there. I said, hey.
Oh yeah, I did. I said hi. I didn't see you commenting after that. Whoops. Let me email Tin Man. Do I have Tin Man? Are you in Discord? I can't remember. I'm a bad person.
What up, TJH 1994?
If anybody else in the chat wants to participate, I said of an email here. How do you only have
Representing
300?
the class of 2012.
Whoa, Mama.
That's when he graduated.
I graduated
Let's
2010.
Okay.
Youngin. It's all right. I have youngins. Tin Man, I love that blade in the backdrop of your videos. Is that you're gonna carry that like across the back, or is that a thigh carry for your SHTF loadout? You should show me that blade sometime on a chat. You guys see that? That's got to be like his grab and go loadout behind him in his videos. That blade's wicked. I love the finger hole. I'd like to see that. Do a video on that, Tin Man. Pretty sweet. Let me compose this. Paste. This is so much easier on a computer. You can't copy emails and YouTube descriptions for some reason on your phone, which is stupid.
Yeah. Did I send you that meme or whatever off Instagram?
Oh, you sent me a bunch of stoof the other day.
The one that says,
Oh no!
"When did you guys get your grown up deck?"
I'm sorry. What? It says this is not a website. What's up with that? Oh, I copied his YouTube channel. I'm fucking retarded.
Mr. H0661 says he's carrying the new CSX E series. You got the 3.1 or the 3.6?
Interesting. I carry milk bones because the dog eat dog world. That's funny. This is not your email, Tin Man. Oh, email right here. I copied the wrong thing. God, I'm dumb. It's alright. I still love myself.
Just put it out in the ether; it'll get to the right person.
Right.
Hey, this is a good opportunity for everybody to remember to go ahead and hit that like button.
Yeah, after I show my mass and competence, it's good. It's great.
Everybody
Love you
give
guys.
t.m.t that thumbs up.
We trying to get 1,000 guys. I got 10 things ready for the giveaway. Oh man, look at all my grammatical errors.
3.1. There you go. If I got it, I would be inclined to get the 3.6 myself. But I know with it being optic cut, barrel length is kind of moot now with optics.
Tim,
You
man,
don't
I
need
don't know
that
what you
longer
got
stack
going on,
length.
but I'm gonna give you an invite to this chat as well in this email. But don't look at your email because it's gonna take a second to get through the internet.
You want me to just do it the easy way?
What? No, I got it. It's all done now. We're good to go, son.
Invite participants and then just drop it in the chat.
Here you go. If you went on the panel, say your piece on the Golden Five. Muffin Top is live. You could be live with the Muffin Man, who lives on Drury Lane. You think you can fuck with the Muffin Man? I'm blueberry stuffed, bitch. What's up? I don't know. Get weird. I'm in a
You
good
got
mood.
that cheesecake batter.
Mmm. 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 I can get on board with that. You might not like muffins, but everybody likes a corn muffin. All right, what'd I miss? What's that? CXCSX. I'm gonna have to Google that. I don't know what that is.
They
Didn't they
came out
just
with this.
That's
Go ahead,
good?
Sly.
No, good.
What is it?
They came out with the original CSX the year before last. It's kind of Smith's take on the Colt Mustang or the Kimber Micro. It's that little single action hammer fired gun, but they were smart, made it like a micro double stack, and they put an ambi safety on it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it does kind of look like an scratch the 1911 itch. Okay, okay.
When it first came out, everybody bitched about the trigger being heavy. So now they've improved the trigger enough to make it more than usable, and they've made it optic cut for like a K footprint optic.
Interesting. What's it round count compared to the Shield? Same or?
12, 15, and 17 is what it includes.
Oh shit. Okay.
And
Huh.
it comes with a series of grip spacers or mag spacers, mag sleeves, and then a couple different back straps. So you can have the 12 be your flush mag, or you with the 15 and
Hutch, what up,
17 have your
brother?
grip spacers, or you can put the longer back strap on it and make the 15 your flush fit.
That's
And
cool.
then they're doing it in a 3.1 inch barrel and a 3.6 inch barrel.
Interesting. I have to pass on that. I'm not big on carrying the beaver tails on the account that I have a muffin top. So, have shot a Shield. Enjoy it. Shield 2. You know what? Sometimes they have pretty good deals. I know somebody who picked up one of their sling bags that came with like 5 or 6 mags, 5 or 6 mags, and then it had some fiber optic sights. Not a bad little deal. I mean, they basically threw the bag and the mags in for free on the sale. The one when he picked it up. So that's a good little throw under the seat rig or something. You know.
Yeah, I think they were doing those sales during the plague.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a couple years ago, but that thing shoots pretty good. I've been thoroughly impressed with the. I really enjoy the trigger on the Bodyguard 2.0s and the Shield 2.0s are pretty nice. I'm still a Glauco, but I almost switched from the 43X in my heart to a Shield for my appendix scary. But you know me, I got a Glock dealer banner right in front of me, and I don't think I could have a Smith right in front of me. So. Um, Don't fucking judge me. That's funny. Um, all right, so we're gonna do short boy, long boy. Where are we going with this, boys?
Ruger 1022.
All right, we're rocking the 1022, the most versatile. This is your varmint deal. This is, I mean, you can take ground squirrels, you can take squirrels, you can take rats, mice, rabbits, whatever you need to. Mouse be a little bit harder shot, but I shoot ground squirrels with mine. And I ain't gonna stand in front of any great granny sitting on the porch with a 1022. I'm not gonna sit in front of a 5-year-old kid with one on a post sitting there squeezing the trigger at me. I don't know anybody else who's gonna volunteer to get in front of that. It's a great tool to teach people how to shoot that are not very confident with shooting because the recoil is not there, and you can stack a metric crap load of ammo for a 1022 for nothing. I mean, you can go buy a brick of 550 at Wally World, for under $50. So the ammo's there. It's probably the handiest tool. Everybody I know has one in their quad and their UTV when they're riding around. I know people with them on their horse. Some people switch straight to the AR in case they see coyotes and stuff, but you can still pepper a coyote with it. Um, it is it is the best thing to have in a farmhand's hand. It will get something done, you know. So from coons to possums to whatever, the 1022 will put food on the table and it will keep things from eating your food. So it's probably the most important tool when you get towards the SHTF part of this and the homesteading lifestyle / rural lifestyle. Everybody I know has a 1022 and a shotgun for sure. So there it goes. It's the bread and butter of living out in the real world, So Muffin Top's 22 of choice is the 1022 because reliability and parts and mags are everywhere, and I've yet to have a Ruger 1022 fail on me. So it's my piece.
Nah, it's just out with the old in with the new rip.
Yeah. See, I don't know though because there's a lot of police departments and everything, and federal departments and security that's on the 40. That's what I don't get. Like Secret Service, I think is carrying 10 or 40 right now. I can't remember which, but
I doubt that.
yeah, FBI is still running 10.
You think it's because of the big T word as well?
FBI is the one that started the new law enforcement trend and switching back to 9.
They're running a 10 mil right now.
Maybe an individual officer that but they're issuing 9mm.
Listen
Like
here.
if you signed on the dotted line today and went to the academy, they're going to give you a Glock 19 Gen 5 or a Glock 17 Gen 5.
I think if we were trying to separate from NATO, I think the best thing to do would be throw a 40 on everybody, so that way people can't rob our ammo. Of course, who's going to be robbing us when we drop drones on them? But
well, that works both ways. I mean, that's why the Finns intentionally used whatever the Soviets / Russians were shooting.
Yeah, interesting. So what's your guys' 22? Sorry, I like Glock, but not that much.
22 is definitely the Ruger 1022 carbon fiber now.
Yeah, I need to get my hands on one of those, but I'm afraid if I pick one up, it's probably coming home with me.
It's nice, man. Very nice.
Lawfully? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
No, if you got more, say your piece, son.
No.
Okay.
I said my peas. I got my carrots.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, 1022 all day. Mil spec 9mm SIG. Phil, come on now. That's all right. They sell them because people like them.
Hey, what's that classify? Mil spec 9mm SIG.
Like an M17.
Well, because isn't the 229 and everything, that was technically the SEALs ran that.
ACR Marlin Model 60 would be my second, and that's actually I've got that.
Ooh.
Y'all got ones I don't even know.
That'd be cool. All right, so 1022. Ooh. No, Home Depot has a sale on the saw I want.
Well, looks like you use your tax refund for it.
No.
He doesn't get a tax refund. He owns too much.
I'm white. I have to pay everybody who wants to sit on their ass.
That was racist. We know plenty of white people that are consumers, not
makers.
That's true. I just hate lazy people in general. Um, damn.
I just know that if I didn't get anything back, you couldn't have got anything back because we've each got one child and you own multiple properties. So I know there's no way you got anything back
Not
unless you got a
yet,
really good accountant.
sir. Not yet, and I did get some back. Thank you very much. It's a laughable amount, but we don't want to talk about that right now. when,
Hey, 20
when I
bucks.
pay like
20 bucks.
25 grand a year in daycare, we don't want to talk about it. Is it 25 grand? Oh my god, that's depressing. Let me add this up. Oh no, that just hurt me a little bit. Okay, not 25 grand. Whew. Thank God. That was going to be a lot. Anyway, I have an RIA t.m.t with scope, cheap and reliable. Don't laugh. No, that's cool, man. It's a 22. As for 22 pistol TX22, I heard those Taurus TX22s are pretty good. I got a
They're
Glock
awesome.
44, and I got the old Heritage Rough Rider, the old tried and true classic.
Yeah, I got the Torx compact. That's the thing that makes me go out to the range.
There you go. AR7, yeah, that's true. That'd be fun. Build a big fence. I'll watch your kids. Thanks, BB. Teach them to dig holes and shit. Nice.
Man, I voluntarily dug foxholes and shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, for fun. Running around playing airsoft and shit. Nerf guns. And then when you get older, paintball guns until you get smacked in the fucking face in the middle of winter, and that hurts real bad. Um, all right, let's go shorty. I'm gonna go a 12 gauge shotty, and I'm not a fan of the tac shotgun. I think it needs to be a full size shotgun because multi-use. You can defend your home with a full size shotgun. Cannot maneuver as easily as a shorty, but what you can do with it is you can put food in the freezer and on your family's table with a full-size shotgun. So for me and my mag, it is a Remington 870, and mine in particular that I'm in love with is the 870 Super Mag. And come to think of it, I probably need to change my springs and extractor on that this year. It's been a minute. Actually, I don't know if I've ever fucking changed them on that shotgun. They probably need done. But yeah, I love that gun. It's put a lot of meat in my freezer, a lot of meat in my belly, a lot of jerky in my pack for hunting. So 12 gauge. Stick with the 12. There's argument for the 20. We all started on a 20. Grandpa has a 20 gauge youth model that basically everybody runs their first year of hunting, and then they get a 12. So Grandpa took the weight on his shoulders to let everybody try the 20 for the first year, and then you go to the big boy gun afterwards. So that was nice of him. And Granny is really good with the 20 gauge. So yeah, it's interesting. They were telling me, my grandpa and my grandma's first date. They went to the dump and they shot rats with a 410 shotgun. That was his first date with old grandma, and they still occasionally go to a dump and shoot rats with a shotgun. How romantic. But they take the 20 now. So that's cool. 22 LR. And put bad guys out front door. They just busted through. Yep. Sophia B, what up? ACR Protect. Can't beat the 12 gauge. Tons of reasons. Yeah, that's the most plentiful shotgun round you're going to find in the United States. Correct. So it's 12 gauge for logistics, let alone. What do you guys think? Run it through.
Personally, I have the Maverick 88 because it was dirt bone cheap, and the thing won't die.
Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty hard to kill a pump, honestly. That's what's made me kind of want to get. I think who was it? You or Fiend Dog that has that Black Aces, that shorty. That's kind of like the um, the Shockwave. They're only like 189 muffins, bro. I was like, dang man, if I wanted to slip one in the back of my pack, freaking Mad Max style for a breacher, like I thought about picking that one up, but I think I had talked offline with Lawfully, and he told me it was trash.
Yeah,
Outrageous.
that's Fiend Dog. I mean, you have the if you want the Maverick 88, you can change the furniture out with Mossberg furniture and get that little bird's head grip and everything.
Yeah, I don't want the bird's head grip, but
Well, wasn't that the little shorty grip that you're talking
yeah,
about?
I would still throw a brace on it. Let's be reasonable here.
You're just not a real mafia member
I
shooting
guess
from the
I'm
hip.
not a hillbilly, son. My shit to work. Yeah, Rip 12, 20 recoils as much as 12 gauge because of the lighter weight. I
Yeah.
I really can't tell a whole lot of difference between the two. I think the 20 a little bit, but it could just be the loads too.
I say buy 12 and buy some low recoil buck and slugs
Yeah,
for the youngins and the weak.
yeah. I mean, honestly, some 2 3/4, most of your upland bird load and stuff like that. You run the high brass anyway. 2 3/4, 2 3/4, no matter what you're shooting, really. I mean, for pheasants and stuff. And then your snow goose gun, you're all rocking your shoulders because you're all at least shooting threes. So um, at the end of the day, just run 12. I was asses easy when I was 8 years old by the 12 and not the 20. Assed. Oh, nice. Use slugs then. Nice. Buy once,
Even
cry
the
once, buy what you need. Yeah, I like that.
even the 410s, I think like those little light single shot 410s that they sell as youth guns do a great disservice to the youngins because everybody's excited to get their kid into one just as soon as they're big enough to hold it up. And if you're small enough that that gun fits you right, it's still going to stomp you. I'm not saying there aren't some kids with gumption, but those have probably done more to make kids not be interested in shooting than they've ever. They've done more harm than good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. I think just get you a 12 youth, or get you a 12 youth barrel and a regular, and then change your stock out, and then when they get a little bit older, slap the big boy stuff back on, and then give the stuff to them for when they can give it to their kid. Nice thing about a pump, especially if you are a traditional hunting family like myself, is you're probably not going to get rid of your 12, um, especially when you get into breeding dogs and stuff for birds. So it's a lot of fun. Um,
Boat wrinkles, I have a 16,
yeah. Old
and I
man
have a
butt wrinkles, don't be weird. Just get a 12. Black Aces Tactical Bullpup, but I'm quite obsessed with the Citadel Boss Hog, I believe it is. Semi auto. You can get the extended tube. Yeah. Man, I
you
got.
like what you like.
Yeah, I got an 1100, and I tell you what, I have more problems with that semi auto than I do the pump. Even worst case scenario, if I get an issue with the pump, I can hold the pump and slam it on the ground and kick a shell out and get another one in, which I have done that a time or two.
You
Goose gun's an old Ithaca Auto 10 gauge. Yeah, your goose gun. Yeah, a lot of goose hunters shoot 10 gauge around here.
all right, boat wrinkles? You're absolved.
You're good.
Don't
That's
cry.
funny. Yeah, Shouty. Demo Man Don, you with us, my dude?
No, he's in Florida.
I know he's in Florida. Lawfully, did we get to your 2 cents on the 12? Or the Shouty, rather?
Yeah, if it says Remington or Mossberg on it, it was made before 5 years ago. I whatever.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. honestly, with all the old shotguns flooding the market, you might as well pick up one or two for the lifetime of future hunters if you have kids or whatever. Because I'm not a big fan of the new shotguns. Um,
I
Same.
mean, the new Mossbergs have been good. I appreciate Mossberg has made subtle upgrades, just rolling improvements. They've got a new safety that they include on everything from the 88s to the 590s now. It's like nicer. It's a wider thumb pad.
Yeah, Demo Man Don's lurking. He's tired. You good, brother? You're lurking on the panel, but you're lurking. Duck gun was a Winchester Super 2 3/4. What? Winchester X2 3.5 semi-auto. Okay, yeah, I've seen those. I have not shot one. Rip 1187 is better than the 1100. It could be. That's what I got. That's my snow goose rig. Throw an extended tube on that bad boy.
I have no complaints about the Maverick 88. If you all can hear me,
We can hear you. Nice.
what's up from Alaska?
What up, Dom?
How many polar bears have you killed?
Pilgrim.
0 polar bears.
Ah, come on. You're not trying hard enough. Get the spray paint out.
Now the zoo gets really mad if I kill their polar bears.
They don't. They ain't gonna know. You're too good. That's fun. Yeah. All right. Next is your longbow, your bolt. What you need for hunting slash distancing yourself from particular bad actors? Question mark. You need a bolt. You need something scoped up. You need something that can reach out and touch further than your tyranny rifle. Especially if you're hunting an SHTF, that is going to be a pretty good chunk increase to your protein supply and not to be wasted. Also, I would very much enjoy the fancy of having a bunch of scopes around to keep them further away from your loved ones than closer range. So it's my 2 cents. Muffin Tops is a 270 and a 308. Working on the 308. I think AR-10 is a really good roll here, but I think a bolt gun to get you out a little bit further and be a little bit more compliant with other hunting laws if you travel around and try and get on some other hunts. The bolt is the way to go. I'm a big fan of Tika rifles.
Tikas are nice. I hate that they've become mainstream. Now they're hard to get and the price has gone up.
Yeah, I very much enjoy mine for the last almost decade. BV
Up
said
here in
338
Alaska,
Lapula. Jesus, loaded.
He said
up
7
here in
mag.
Alaska, a lot of people run 300 Win Mag.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I do 30-06. It's a minimum for moose, but good for caribou and not.
I dig that. Hard to beat the old 30-06 7mm mag. Dude, Coldfoot took a freaking this year's doe at 40 yards with a 7mm mag, and I felt bad for that little yearling because it got smoked. And we had to rig all of our ropes and tow straps up to one truck and took two guys helping pull this thing in the big ass hole that it fell down in to get it out. And I was like, oh my God, Coldfoot, never again. Next time, just let it run. So that was fun. Fish sticks, what up? Yep, the reach out and touch someone gun. The tickle me Elmo gun, if you will. If you're at 1,000 yards, you're dead. Good times.
That Holosun 6X magnifier is out now, by the way.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, interesting. In that order, yeah. If the 338 can't get the block, you're probably fucked anyway. Yeah, that's true. Probably true.
I don't have a bolt gun with glass.
What? Oh, yeah, wood. Too many woods.
Just
I got the Remington 700 308.
Yeah. 308.
I mean, not gonna
Savage
really.
Axis 2 here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I shot me a Savage Axis for a lot of years. Put a lot of meat in my belly. I
You
really
consider
enjoyed
it
that
a
Accu trigger on the Savage. I really did like that trigger, honestly. And people are like, "Oh man, you're shooting a shitty Savage," and I'm like, "Bro, why do I have 4 deer hanging on this tree and you have fucking 0, bro? That's what I'm fucking asking." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Accu trigger is great.
Savage Axis 2 made today, with the caveat that you fix the scope, the shitty scope base that they come with. Like you make sure all that's torqued to spec and Loctited. A Savage Axis 2 that you can get for 400 or less today is better than any whiz bang gunsmith poured labor and time into a custom rifle from 40 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. For 400 muffins, man, that's dude, that's a gun. No joke, man. Like, no excuse not to have a bolt in your arsenal for that.
It'll be better than minute a deer all day long.
Yeah, and I ran that stock scope on that thing for 8 years, and yeah, we just Loctited down the fucking deals and torqued them till our heart's content. We didn't have a torque wrench. This is back in the day when Muffin Top was shooting for the table for the familia.
You did
That's how.
that good and tight.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I did that good and tight, and then a half turn more. Probably the worst thing for gunsmithing, but we won't talk about that.
Well, the shitty rings they include, you would break the rings before you'd break the scope. So
That's good. We didn't get too crazy. But yeah, we shot some.
Chinese pot metal scope rings.
Oh yeah. I'm dying. That voice is pretty legit. I practice, Sophia. Thank you. Autocorrect keeps nailing me. Elmo. You're welcome. Sophia,
Nailing me, Elmo.
you want to hang out and tickle me? That was for
Your
Sophia
audio,
B.
your audio did something weird. You sounded like possessed.
That's good. I'm gonna go back and listen. Um, the ammo, a bitch. Yeah, for 338, I bet. Like in the primary arms glass, I have got no primary arms glass in anybody's scope. Most people just chill with Vortex where I'm at. Um, you liked it too in the 308, yeah. Can't get too angry. EA10 Stealth 308. Sounds pretty sick.
How are the Tikas? I've never,
Um,
never.
Beautiful. They're
like butter.
beautiful.
Yeah, I
Like
can.
you lift the bolt handle, it opens itself.
Yeah, I can run my bolt with my pinky still. I've been shooting it for years.
That's how he fires from the hip.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. And then, well, I guess we're going to continue. The tyrannical. Your next Golden 5 has to be the AR-15 for me in America. That's the one to that's your equalizer when there's more than you, and that is your anti Big Daddy. That's your final say.
All
So,
right. What length barrel are you using?
oh god, I'm just running 16s right now, brother. I had a 10.5. I enjoyed it. I got rid of it with the pistol brace stuff up in the air, but I just said fuck it, went back to 16s, and perfectly happy with 16s.
Same here, 16-inch 2009 DPMS.
There you go.
Woo!
Back in the day, still running, champion. Nothing wrong with that.
Does it say Wyndham, Maine on
Right
it
on.
or Ilion, New York?
It's the Minnesota version, I think.
Oh, that's right. DPMS, not Bushmaster. Sorry.
You silly.
Cool. 1 and 9 twist.
It is, yeah. No,
Ooh.
no heavy projectiles for me.
Well, you'll be all right.
You could still shoot them. You just wouldn't.
Just wear your barrel out.
No, it wouldn't wear its barrel out. It just wouldn't. You wouldn't gain that extended range accuracy that you get with the faster twist, stabilizing the pill. They'd still go off in there safely. I hear the cat.
Cat
Sounds like
alarm.
you got the cat gagged.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Airway may become blocked. Just saying.
I've got a 1 and 8 too, but I might wind up giving that to my 18, almost an 18-year-old.
Yeah, there you go. Pass it down. All right, next anti-tyranny gun.
A second AR.
Ooh, another AR. Nice.
Because if you were ever in a scenario where you wanted one, you'd want somebody you trusted beside you with one too.
I can agree with that. You're very clicky.
Not me.
Uh-oh.
Somebody else is skittering over the keyboard.
Oh, it's
My
not even me this
apologies.
time.
I got my gaming keyboard that's loud.
You click-clack motherfucker.
The Clydesdale typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to nerd out, so I just say my gaming keyboard.
No. What's your freak out? Let's hear it. What is it?
They're Cherry MX switches, so they let you tactile faster in games, but they click clack.
Does that work on other things other than games? That you're clicking really fast?
Yeah, I mean I can type almost 100 words per minute.
Oh, that's not where I was going with that. But
Oh,
I don't know how fast I type, but I type fast enough as long as you let me look at the keyboard. So I chicken peck.
you chicken pecker, you.
I can get 2 or 3 fingers going, but like I don't hover over them home keys.
fish
Dang, man.
fish sticks asking if anyone know if Bear Creek stuff's any good. I personally would just buy PSA.
Well,
I'm gonna hold my tongue so Muffin Top doesn't lose a potential sponsorship.
it'll run. We
Wink.
have one in the mag.
Stay away from there.
If somebody were to send me one for free to review, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't buy it for my first or my second. If
Is there a big price difference between them and PSA?
not really, there should be.
Enough to know you're getting a markedly better gun out of the PSA.
Yeah, honestly, really, after shooting my PSA Saber, I don't think I'd buy anything lower quality than that. I honestly, seriously, and I've gone through quite a few fucking ARs, and I got more than that. That's my go-to, and I don't have anything higher end than that. And having that benchmark lets me know that I'm missing something. So I'm trying to build out a nicer one because you can feel the quality difference while shooting it. I can feel the quality difference whilst walking with it. So if that answers any questions on super budget rifles, sure, have one. Have it be your first one, but you need to improve your firearm ownership to get something better because buy once, cry once is a thing, but I don't think everybody needs Geisley Super Duties. I think, a few Geisley parts in it and whatever trigger and a Radiant Raptor charging handle, pretty solid with a good barrel. But at the end of the day, you'll be fine. Like, you know what I mean?
I'd rather have a 1022 in my hand than a Bear Creek AR.
My God.
I know.
My God, one is none and two is one. Nice.
I feel like I'd have to agree with Lawfully though on that one.
Damn.
Because Ruger 1022s are just almost up there with Glock, where I know if I open the box, if nobody else has fucked with it, it works.
That is true. I'll give you that.
Sans maybe dog shit 22 ammo, but like I got about a 99% likelihood of success with an unknown quantity 1022 out of the box and like a couple sleeves of mini mags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something to be said, but I know people that are running them, and they're still running them on their channel.
I know.
Modern, and Jay are both still running their Bear Creek shit, and it's working fine. I'm very curious to see on DLD was going to run that Grizzly into the ground to see round count and stuff he got on it with malfunctions and things like that, because that boy puts a lot of rounds downrange to get a pretty good answer out of him.
Yeah, but anything that anybody ever gets sent, you have to count on that being like hand selected. Like that was one that they went through like, oh, don't fuck up, you know? Like you didn't get one at random off the production line like you ordered it.
Hmm.
So, I mean, there's that. And that's every gun manufacturer is guilty of that. Like they go out of their way to not send fucked up ones for reviews.
Well, that'd be good. It'd make me feel better about hooking one up.
I would rather be like Jay and get the one that they sent me than the one that I paid for, because I get it for free or like free, and I know that I got one that they paid attention to. But
Yeah. The one that
my
we have in rotation that the guys were trying to like work out of him, but he's too broke to change out of it. It's a side charging one, and he has it on a PSA lower. And he's like, "Man, this PSA lower is a piece of shit." And I brought over my PSAs, and we ran a drill um, with mine and his, and he's like, "Man, mine's a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. And I literally took my lower off and gave him my lower, and took his lower, and I said, "Watch, we're going to run the same drill, and I'm going to do just fine." And he ran the same drill, and he had issues. I'm like, "It's your upper, dude. There's nothing wrong with your lower. It's just a
Yeah,
bone stock fucking, like, you can't fuck it up lower. You know what I mean? Like, it's your upper."
my beef with BCA, and everyone here has heard it before, is that they got busted hiring illegals.
Sophia B, AKs 10 years ago in a heartbeat. But here's the problem. We're not in AK market of 10 years ago, and the ammo is not what it was. It was a prepper's wet dream 10 years ago, because you could
All of
get
it has inverted.
AK super cheap. You could get the ammo. You could stack it to the freaking rafters, spam cans all day long for nothing. Now, it's just different on AKs. So today, no. AK not for me. And that's why it's logistics for me. So if it comes to the time and they're laying plentiful on the street, I'll have one. But until that moment, it's an AR-15 for me. You know, Calhoun, what up, brother? Is Honda doing a thing tonight?
I don't know anything
Wolverine.
about Bear Creeks personally, but I got at least one buddy at work that's been running Bear Creek Upper, and he hasn't told me anything bad about it.
Yeah. But how much is he running it? Running it? Because I know people that have like 10 guns that they're like, oh man, I rinky dink this thing together for $64 cheaper than a PSA, and they're like, they're great, but they just sit on their wall or in their corner of their room, and they sit there and jack off to them. You know what I mean? Like, do they actually get
Yeah, that's
500
fair.
rounds a month down them, or at least?
Oh, he doesn't get 500 rounds a month down. It's like a 458 SOCOM or something stupid like that.
Oh yeah, fucking right. So he just sits there and looks at it, and he might walk on it with the treadmill like Muffin Top, but he's like, "Oh man, this thing's badass. I ran a mag through it."
And those are the ones that are notorious for sucking, or they're like goofy big bore side charging uppers.
Right. I like the side
That's fair
charging
enough.
in theory, but especially for lefties, and maybe even training aspect if somebody doesn't, newer, doesn't know how to run it. It's real easy. Grab this thing and rip it back and let it fly. And if it doesn't fly, change your fucking mag and do it again, kind of deal. I could see that being nice, but at the same time, I mean, just learn how to run a fucking charging handle, right? So
Yeah, and then when you field strip it, it's all fucky because you have to unscrew that handle to pull your bolt out of the
mm.
upper. So and it's like a little bitty screw, so it's easy to lose.
Hell yeah, Phil Beaverines. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. John over there, that's my dude. I don't know if you guys have seen John at Prepper Nation, but I enjoy that guy's content. Calhoun said, "Goofy big bore side charging uppers with almost no rounds through it." I know someone with one of those. I don't know what you're talking about. Um, that's funny. What y'all think?
Get your European ammo and shit you were planning to get now before it goes out of stock, and then whether the tariffs actually make any market difference on price or not, just the speculation is going to drive it up.
I hate the stores that are already jacking it up.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. You also got, from what I saw, 20 countries that were giving a call that we're gonna zero it out.
Yeah, I mean, long term, it'll be a good thing either which way. Whether it makes them reduce their tariffs on us, like whether they capitulate and we mitigate, or we go through with it and reduce our tax burden that way. It'll hurt in the short term, but it'll bring back jobs and increase wages here. At least I hope. I got my economics degree off the back of a Cracker Jack box.
Can you read it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me. 1,000 rounds per gun you have. I think rifles probably baseline 1,000 with all your mags loaded. Probably at least 12. I like 12 rounds, 12 mags, 10 in stock, one in the gun, and then one on your belt minimum. I think.
Phil, you can drag the 1,000 rounds of shotgun shells for me.
No, I'm not. No, not 1,000 rounds for the shotty. I think 500 for shotty is fine, and then various, like 250 for home defense and double aught, and then just like whatever various for turkey hunting and goose hunting and shit.
I've got that in 16 gauge since Sandy Hook.
Well, there you go.
Everybody else was being crazy buying all the 22 ammo, thinking the squirrels were going to turn to zombies. I was buying all that clearance 16 gauge buckshot and slugs.
Yeah, wasn't there like a big what's it called? Like people thought zombies were gonna start popping up during the time.
I didn't mean that literally. I meant it figuratively. But yeah, when everybody thought that Obama was going to ban their guns.
Well, not even. I thought there was like a whole zombie craze because like The Walking Dead came out and people were like, oh no, it's gonna happen.
Everybody just leaned into it. Preppers used it as a euphemism.
Hornady used it to sell some sweet ammo with some badass fucking marketing.
Stuff. Everybody had the dumbass zombie knives and
oh yeah,
the zombie ammo and
lime green. That's how you know you're there to kill zombies. All the zombie knives with the lime green handles and shit, the machetes, crack me up.
Those are specifically banned in like the UK and stuff.
What?
They are now.
Yeah, they are now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if you have a machete, that says zombie killer, banned.
Kowloon, it was an inheritance. It was free 99.
Whoa, free 99, my favorite price.
What is 16 gauge? That's like a.
It's pretty popular for trap shooters.
Carries like a 20, shoots like a 12. It's not popular for trap. That's what killed it. Was the
I know people that shoot them.
I mean, you had like a club or something, but to shoot in any organized competition, you've got to shoot 12 or 20.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying.
The organized shooting sports are what killed 28 gauge and 16 gauge, but they're both making a comeback. 28 is making a big comeback. All them old guys that wear Sperry's boat shoes but don't own a boat are buying 28 gauge shotguns.
Guessing it's just less than 20.
Less recoil. Yeah, lighter gun, less recoil. Doesn't beat you up if you want to shoot a whole, do the whole course of fire or whatever, let alone if you do it a couple times. And then you get those gentlemen's bragging rights that you're not using as much payload, so like you're a better shot.
Yes, quite.
The claim that Bo Wrinkles was making at the top of the chat.
A gentleman, he is a gentleman.
Of course, the exhibition shooter Tom Knapp, he shot for Franchi the last 10 years or so of his life, and he was quoted saying that he shot a 28 because the engineers tell him it was the ballistically most correct, like the shot column length to diameter, whatever was the most ballistically correct.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
3.5 inch 12 gauge kind of killed off 10 gauge.
Yeah, 10 gauge is pretty prevalent here in the goose hunting community.
I'm not saying people don't still own them, but they're not.
Can you even buy a new 10 gauge, really? I haven't seen.
Oh yeah.
2 or
Oh,
3. But
Yeah, you get some 10 gauge 3.5s with fucking that black cloud, dude. You get them Sky Blaster boys out here that do nothing but live in their goose blind. Yeah, they get a freaking chubby for that shit.
the secret is it's the same argument we were talking about, that the 20 kicks as much or more than the 12 because the gun's lighter, but the payload's not that much lighter. It's kind of the same thing with 10 gauge. So you get to act like you got big balls shooting the 10, but really it's not much worse, if any. And the gun weighs 2 or 3 pounds more.
Yeah, well, I'll give you that. I'm shooting my old no finish freaking 12 next to their super expensive loadout, shooting my Walmart fucking steel, and they're shooting their black cloud. And at the end of the day, we got just as many birds, if not more, in our truck when we go home. So
Honda is doing a thing.
Oh, he is. I got an invite. Hello, Honda.
No. You're not a true man until you shoot a blunderbuss.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sweet.
Do you
7
shoot
days.
silverware out of your blunderbuss?
Dude,
I
I
cannot
want to.
confirm or deny what a blunderbuss goes into.
I would definitely shoot silverware. That's what I would love a cannon for, like an SHTF. Like you go house to house, like if it's like far enough down, nobody's taking the silverware, dude. You could pack that cannon with silverware. Who wants to get blasted with that? Check out this spork, man. I just got fucked by a spork. You know what I'm saying?
Tally ho, lads.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's the only reason I want a cannon is just shoot silverware at shit. Like all the butter knives, take like 4 people, like kids or something, take a file to them and then shove them down the barrel. Boom, butter knife blast, bitch. You know what I mean? It'd be awesome. I'm the only one who like that. You guys are all bastards.
I don't
No.
think you'd even have to sharpen them.
I would
They're
be
moving fast enough.
more interested in on what's it called, what the plasticware would do to it.
The plasticware.
Not dense enough, it wouldn't.
You don't think so? If you just pack it into a big ball?
I mean, right off the muzzle, it would fucking hurt. But I mean, from the road to the doorstep, it's not.
Tally ho.
You'd just be confused by the like giant puff of black powder smoke.
I also think just throwing like a bunch of ball bearings and that would be catastrophic.
So you get you a mountain howitzer, and then you build you a little horse-drawn carriage for it, and you could have like the Amish technical.
Mm. I just want one of those old pawn guns. That would be awesome, like an old 2-gauge pawn gun, just on the back of a freaking Toyota.
The punt guns,
Hell
like
yeah!
getting the whole flock
Yep,
after they
they're like,
land on
"Hey,
the
we're
water.
having ducks for special for dinner tonight." Really, we are. Now we are. Like just to smoke the whole pond worth. That's how they used to do it back in the day, cuz.
Yeah, like what the? There's like guns that they would just put onto the boat and just kill every duck in the air.
No, they would wait for them to land.
Is that what they would do?
Mm,
Hell yeah. That's why we have game laws now.
it's
We
true.
have,
We almost shot him into.
we have eviscerated the wildlife.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is a punt gun. All right, that is what we're
We're
talking about.
bad, bad people.
They still make those?
Nah, I doubt it. But I'd take one if somebody's got one hanging around. Are those class 3 right now? I don't know.
Why would they be class 3 though?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I've never seen one with it. I've never seen somebody like, "Hey, check me out, bro. I got this big old pawn blaster." And I'm like, "Holy shit! How'd you get that on the wall?"
Technically, it would be because anything over a half inch in diameter, you're at the government's privy on whether or not they decide it has sporting purpose.
Hmm.
Like that's the reason that we're able to get 20 gauge and 12 gauges is they recognize them as generally having a sporting purpose.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And then
Oh,
anything
didn't know that.
uh,
Isn't it different if it's black powder though?
Hmm.
yeah, if it's black powder, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but who's
It has
black
to be black
powder?
powder though.
Is punt guns black powder?
I don't know. I run black powder for
The
deer
time that
hunting.
they were using those, they were.
All right, who has Grandpa's punt gun? Someone has to have it.
Yeah, we need to hang out with those guys because they're gonna win SHTF, bro.
You just sneak into Cabela's after hours and borrow theirs off the wall.
What?
My Cabela's doesn't have one on the wall.
Yeah, my Cabela's is lame. Your Cabela's must be lit lawfully. Now Lawfully's being quiet because he doesn't want everybody to know his good shit that he has for SHTF. But yeah, everybody, that's the golden five. You need your pistol you carry every day for your EDC. You need your anti-tyranny blaster. You need your 22. You need your shoddy. You need your long boy bolt gun. With those five, that is your prepper toolbox. You can get everything done with those. 100% guaranteed.
And for wild card is the punt gun.
Yep. For the wild card, you keister carry a punt gun.
God. You need one big trench jacket for that.
No, I got my ass. We're good.
Mountain howitzer would be cool.
That would be sweet.
Mountain Hauser. Supposedly the NRA banned.
Fuck the NRA.
That's they allowed the punt gun to be banned.
All they do is take our money and act like they're doing shit for us.
They were never formed as a gun rights advocacy group. They were started as a. They were started to ensure that domestically we had marksmen. They weren't an advocacy group. They're more of a privately run marksmanship words.
I'm proud of you.
If anything of the scary thing that they could be, they were more akin to a militia than they were a lobbying group initially.
So what was the bore diameter that is like it's over, then you have to have sporting purpose?
50 cal.
That 50.
So, because I was reading, they're usually 2 inches, the punt gun. Right? That's inches? Not 2 feet?
Now, Calhoun, we have the OG Cabela's here, and it sucks. It
What do you
was
mean?
birthed in Chapman, Nebraska. The guy actually had a mail order business selling fishing flies, and that's how he did it. Was they'd order flies and he'd mail them out to the point where he got big enough in Chapman, Nebraska. That thing closed. They opened in Kearney, Nebraska, which is the one Muffin Top worked at, selling guns. And yeah, that Cabela's is the shittiest Cabela's in the entire country. Just saying, it's the smallest one. It's the shittiest one. There ain't shit in there for mounts hardly. We definitely don't have any fucking pawn guns. But Muffin Top does have family members with mounts in there, so that's cool.
I don't understand how you guys have the first Cabela's, but it sucks.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. You'd think it'd be extravagant, but no, it's dog shit.
Y'all can see the Anchorage Cabela's if you think that's bad.
It's probably better.
Dude, is there a giant glass pyramid in Anchorage?
Not even a little bit, no.
Ah, come on.
The Bass Pro in Tennessee
Memphis.
has
Yeah.
got a giant glass pyramid.
You can also stay at that one. So anyone who wants to,
Uh, um. So I want to take a vote here on some stuff I'm going to buy for my Patriot thing. Let me go to my YouTube. What do you guys want me to review? Like, I was thinking about getting that ammo can with the freeze dried food, the week or whatever in there. I was thinking about trying that candle and the citronella candles. Anything like crazy you guys want to see?
I want to see you start a fire with a little fire kit.
Okay, I don't want to buy the fire kit, so don't say that.
Okay.
I have a Bic lighter. It does really well.
Those videos would do well.
Probably so. Probably so. If there's anything you guys thought of that would tickle your fancy. Kind of want to get this water pitcher and try it out. The Alexa Pure 10 cup water filter. Oh shit, it's on sale for $25. Fuck, I might buy that.
Don't forget to use your coupon code,
No.
your affiliate link. Hey, everybody, Muffin Top's got affiliate links.
What he said.
Demo Man Don said Muffin Top CC's in his Duluth undies. What's CC?
Concealed carries. This is true.
Okay, makes sense.
Don't mess
Yeah,
with my Duluth undies, bro. I wish I could get them for a sponsor. I probably pimp them out more than anybody in the world.
This is what you keep in that little pouch in the front of your underwear.
Yeah, it's a Derringer, not my wiener. That's for sure. I mean, it's a Desert Eagle because it's so big. Lawfully. Does this come with filters if I buy this?
Probably a baby eagle. I could see
Yeah.
that.
It's tiny for sure. Their filters do lead, chromium 6, chlorine, PCBs, THMs, arsenic, cadmium, mercury, pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, zinc, psyllium, VOCs, benzene, and microplastics. I don't think you can actually get that low to get the microplastics out, but okay.
Did you say cadmium or Cadbury eggs?
Both. Definitely the eggs. Might buy that.
I want fucking chocolate water.
It can. It's a good filter if it can get rid of chocolate water. These filters can replace 750 plus water bottles, standard 16.9 ounce. So think about that when you want to carry a bunch of water. You can just have this at your locations. You can fill this bad boy up and keep going. I looked at Duluth. Must be old. I ain't paying $16 for one pair of underwear. Dude,
No
Old Man
doubt.
Butt Wrinkles, that's them on sale. They're usually $35 a pair.
Or he can buy 5 packs of Hanes and just wear one pair at a time until they just rot off of him, and he's got fresh undies.
This is spoken from somebody who has not gone past the Hanes underwear. Trust me, it's like the AR debate. It's literally the same thing. When you get to a higher quality, you know. Okay? You know, well, you won't know until you experience it. Until you wrap those puppies around your ball sack and your booty hole, you just don't know.
Yeah, but I would take a clean pair of underwear over a fancy pair of underwear, like every day.
I just, I don't understand. Just wash your fucking clothes, you dirty bastard.
I do, but like if I were in a situation, I would rather have a fresh pair of underwear to put on.
Uh, yeah.
Oh
So have
yeah,
2 pairs of Duluth. You're good to go. Are you bugging out with 15 freaking pairs of underwear in your bug out bag, bro?
I'm gonna bug out with more pairs of underwear than I do shirts and pants.
That's a good topic. How many underwear in your bug out bag? 2 for
There's
me.
2 right now. Plus,
There
I
you
would
go.
ostensibly leave the house wearing a pair.
There you go. You wouldn't throw an extra pair in your back pocket.
I might. Got to have something to wipe with.
That's what the dirty pairs.
I only got the one shirt, evidently, so I don't want to have to start cutting my shirt tail off.
That's funny.
Five pairs of skivvies.
Whoa! Rocking 5 pairs, son.
Attaboy.
This coming from a man who knows he needs some underpants.
Spoken like a man
Yeah, I'm
whose
closer to
thighs
50s than I
chafe.
am to anything else. Then I know how many underwears I need.
All right. Good with that. That's more important to know than how many PPUs you need to have in your back pocket.
And if you got clean underwear, you've already got a primary water filter.
Shut up, Fluffy.
That is a really good point, actually.
God, you guys are sick. Whoa,
No.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I might have just seen the fattest thing on the
But
internet.
better to use the clean ones than the dirty ones, right?
Dude, you know what happens when it's late night and you want lasagna? You open a pizza roll and you put cottage cheese in it.
All right, Garfield.
That sounds fucking delicious. Good thing there's not pizza rolls in this house, because dang, we'd be in trouble right now for the diet.
Calhoun knows what's up.
Soft cotton boxer briefs, the only thing I use. I prefer Hanes. Spoken like a man who doesn't know what Duluth feel like on your nuts, bro.
Plastics for pistols, not for panties.
They're not plastic.
I
What
mean,
the
I
fuck are you
currently
talking
have
about? What do you?
Duluth
I got
trousers.
Kydex underwear on.
I got Duluth trousers and flannel on right now, but I don't have Duluth skivvies on.
Come on, Dom. Wait. Let me walk that back a sentence or two. So you trying to tell me you're rocking commando right now? Just making sure I caught that. Did I miss that beat?
No,
He's
no.
flying
Okay.
that airplane right now.
Just checking. Nice. They are very comfy, yes. Old man Butt Wrinkle says he wears his undies till they ain't nothing but the elastic waistband. All right, that's nasty, but you do you, bro. Golf balls stick to bucks. You sick buck. Whoa, I'm missing it. Okay. I'm letting you know, man, from a guy who doesn't like swamp ass and my nutsack sticking in my thigh. Duluth. All right, y'all. Yep. Yes, sir. The Duluth Trading Post. The Duluth Buck Naked Underwear. Feels like nothing's there.
Yeah, that's the thing about draws is I want them to feel like something's there.
My draws.
I mean, not your drawers. I don't care about your drawers. Feel like that.
You can feel them and make sure something's there. It's okay.
What Muffin Top's trying to make
Might take a
perfectly
couple
clear
minutes.
is that
Yeah.
when he's not wearing underwear, he's like a flying squirrel. Like he can just spread the wing and
Fly, baby, fly.
like he's a high blood sugar glider.
Proud of you. All right, let's call it. That's the Golden Five chat, everybody. Muffin Top squirreling.
Squirrel.
We got squirrels here too.
Yeah, yeah.
So run them down for us again. What are the Golden Five?
It is your EDC pistol. It is your 10-22, your 22. It is your shotgun. It is your bolt gun, and it is your mag-fed anti-tyrannical AR-15 for me gun. That's the Golden Five. Rest in peace, Big Chungus. This is very true, Sophia B.
I like it. That's a good 5.
It's the best 5, bro. It's a good 5. Thanks for being here, Demo Man Don. Let me slap in one last bake off here. Muff Div you from MN. Phil, do bigger words. Abbreviations are too bad for that one.
I don't know what the dive is, but he's asking, are you from Minnesota?
No, I'm from Nebraska.
But he still likes hot dish.
What is hot dish?
That shit they make in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm technically from Minnesota, and hot dish is the shit.
I don't know what this means.
It means basically
tater
you take
tots
all
and
the
cheese
stuff in your
shit.
fridge and you put it in a baking dish and you put it in the oven with some cheese on top, and
All right,
that's basically hot dish.
All right, hang on. 2 people was talking. All right, say that again.
You take whatever's in your fridge and you put some cheese on top of it in a baking dish and you put it in the oven, and that's basically hot dish.
No, that's just called a casserole. I can get on board for that. I love me some hamburger helper, or not hamburger. I love me some tater tot casserole. I'm retarded. I'm sorry, guys. Tater tot
Yeah,
casserole, muffin
non-Minnesotans
top.
call it casserole.
Mamacita. Spank that tater tot casserole. God damn, that's so good. Just saying. I'm pretty passionate about my tater tot casserole. Now you guys know. Now you're all traumatized. Good day. And if y'all get tater tot casserole on your menu this week, think of me, baby. Out.
Rejoin the Bake Off. It just started.
Oh, really? Whoopsie.
Or call it hot dish.
I'll bring the cheddar.
I'll bring the tots, baby. Let me lick a lollipop. I'm a tater tot casserole, Sophia B. She's gonna die on that one. That's for her. That's for Sophia B, y'all, and anybody else who enjoyed it. Whoa. Now I said casseroles. Now the internet's like, oh man, here you go. Here's some casseroles for you. I'm like, oh shit. It's better than sex.
Reason number 37 to call it hot dish.
I'm down. Tater tot hot dish. Yeah. I like cheddar.
You got to be careful what you click on when you say hot dish a lot around the internet, though.
Yeah, I could.
Oh, God.
I can see that being an issue sometimes. All right, y'all. Deuces, everybody. Y'all have a great evening.
Later. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Calhoun died. Nice.
Thanks for being here. Follow us over to eHonda 420.
Yeah. Like, share,
And
sub. Get us to 1,000 bitches. Muffin Top out.